Olá pessoal, sejam bem-vindos a mais um episódio do Utfpr Entrevista. Para quem caiu de paraquedas aqui, o Utfpr Entrevista é um projeto de ensino dos servidores da Utfpr, o Leandro Zago e o Alessandro Santi, e para variar, eu aqui invadindo o espaço também. E dessa vez, Leandro está de volta na cadeira cativa de presenter. E eu vou poder ter a honra de apresentar uma convidada internacional, Julia Brauner. So, Julia, in English now. Então, a gente não tem IA, que nem na propaganda do Will Smith, né, que ele começa a falar em português do nada. Então, vocês liguem aí a legenda para vocês poderem curtir essa entrevista da mesma forma como a gente está curtindo desde os bastidores, ok? Lê, Julia, be welcome. Lê, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you, Julia, for coming here. It's a pleasure having you.
Having me.
All right.
The first thing we ask is to present yourself, and especially you. What are you doing here in Pato Branco?
Bom dia, muito obrigada por eu estar aqui hoje. It's a great pleasure to be here. I changed to English because meu português é muito ruim, desculpa.
No, it is as good as my English, so...
Obrigada! I don't think so. I think it's not that good, but I try hard. What I do here in Pato Branco, as I said before, I'm enjoying life and getting a new experience. I'm here for an international exchange with Rotary. And I have the great pleasure that I could get some insights in companies here in Pato Branco and have the exchange with you guys, and I'm really amazed by that. Thanks for having me.
Só virar o microfone dela ali.
Okay. Now it's fashion. You walk with a web microphone here and you start talking alone, so you turn yourself into a YouTuber instantly.
Yes, I feel it. It's like feng shui with all the interior here. Now I feel
You have an excuse for talking to yourself on the street, so Hi, I'm on a conference call, so don't worry. I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy. I'm just in a conference, web conference. Okay, so you're here enjoying life. And you work with?
Now I'm working for the public television in Austria. I negotiate film rights, and I am the main consultant for multimedia online rights in our company. So to have a picture of it, we're the biggest TV channel in Austria. We are public, so we have to follow a lot of rules, a lot of laws by the public. We have about 4,000 employees. We are mainly located in Vienna, in the capital of Austria. Austria also has 9 districts, and in these 9 districts we have also local TV stations and radio stations for the regional news, like it is here. I would say, like in Parana, you have your own TV or your own radio station where you just spread all the news about the region. That's almost the same in Austria, but it's just really, really, really small.
How does it work? Do you have a district? Is it different from our states here? So you said 9 districts in Austria?
I won't say it's different, it's just smaller. The difference is in the size, actually.
So let's, just for us to have an idea, how big is Austria compared to
We have
Brazil?
9 million inhabitants in total. 2 million are living in Vienna, the rest is spread all over Austria. The size is a bit smaller than Santa Catarina.
Parana's got about 11 million.
Yeah, it's bigger than Austria. So you can compare it, I think, pretty well to Santa Catarina, the size of it. I love to compare Brazil with Europe, because Brazil is kind of the South American Europe, because you have a lot of districts here. It's like if you're going to France in Europe, you have a totally different culture.
Yes.
It's like going to the north end of Brazil here. It's also a different culture, sometimes different dialects, pretty different dialects for me as a foreign. So I think for me it's a good compare like with Europe.
Where else have you been in Brazil so far?
So far, I had been to Balneário Camboriú, Curitiba, Foz, Marechal. No, Marechal. No, it's
Marechal Cândido Rondon.
Marechal Cândido Rondon.
Sim, isso. Sim.
Nice.
Yeah, I have been there.
You have some points here in the southern part of Brazil. You have to visit if you are with saudade.
Sim.
Pomerode, near here. It's a very German city. 13 Ilhas.
I haven't been there. I would love to go there, but I think it has to be an awesome city. But it's so close to Austria. Like the pictures I saw, it's close to Austria. If you have saudade, sim, go there. I think that's the best option you can do. Go there. For me, it was like I'm just here for 2 meses, so the time is really short. And to be honest, it would be a pleasure to see it, but there are other things I want to experience, like because I'm here for the Brazilian culture, not seeing my culture, you know. Not to offend anything, I really appreciate everything, but at the end, I have to be honest, I decided for something else than to visit.
I understand. It's almost like we travel to Australia to ask for a barbecue or feijoada.
Mais ou menos. Yeah, I won't compare like that hard, but mais ou menos.
Right on. So you've been working with Austrian television for how long?
Actually, I'm working there for about 5 to 6 years now. I had been to some subsidiaries of the company. Because there are many, because of the laws. I started working there to negotiate licenses for TV products. So I started to negotiate with other TV channels to show them as a full program on TV. Then I was negotiating online rights for a VOD platform. And now I changed last year to my position I'm working right now.
Do you have lessons in law as well? You're not a lawyer, are you?
I'm not a lawyer. I studied economy, but as I always say, economy is really great because if you don't know what to do later on, you can't study economy because you have
everything makes sense. Yeah.
You understand all the market movements, so you can choose after all other things to do. So, yeah.
So that's why I was just more positioned in the marketing before. That's something I really love about economy, that you have the big overview, because if you want to be an entrepreneur and if you want to succeed in your company or have your own company, you have to know all of the sections of your company, and that's something I really love about economy. And no, I'm not a lawyer, but my mom is a lawyer, so I grew up. So I think that's the hardest school you can have. And that's why I'm really into the topic, but I have to say I prefer the freestyle way I do it right now, like comparing it with other topics and not being a lawyer. I'm happy that I have lawyers with me who will do the real tough work after my negotiations.
All right, so you negotiate whatever comes out of the television production, like products and propaganda.
Now we defer this because for that we have an own company, like for advertisement or something like that. I'm just there from my colleagues and journalists are coming to me and they decide what they want to show on TV, and then I go to the producers and negotiate everything, all the surroundings, like the total fee they will get to produce the film, and the rights we will have afterwards, because if you're producing a film, you will get now on, it's really important to have the online rights for VOD, for the TV for sure too, where you can show it if it is like worldwide or it's just located in Austria.
Have you ever sold anything to any other platform like Netflix after you produced?
Yes, we're working together with Netflix. Actually, we are also have a co-production with Netflix. It started about 3 years ago, something like that. That's pretty common now that we do that. So as a big channel in Austria, it's important to have the co-production things. And there are some other co-productions with German TV channels too. We sold to Netflix too, so yes.
Nice.
So you do both sides, buying and selling TV products.
Yeah, at the moment more like buying. Or if we have a production by ourselves, sometimes also selling. But my part is more the buying.
Worrying about buying and how it will be spread out. How can I say that?
Broadcasted.
Yeah.
Broadcasted.
Yeah.
It's broadcasted over the TV channel, like over satellite. We also have cable. It depends how the end customer receives it, antenna. Actually, my company is also doing the technical service for all the others. We have about 4 private channels too in Austria, and small ones, but the bigger ones are about 4 private channels, and we're doing the infrastructure at on the technical side too. And we also have it online. That's something that really came up the last years, which is really important. Having the catch-up times, that's also something I negotiate. Catch-up is really important. If it is geo-protected or not, that's also something. In the right section, these are things you have to negotiate. And care about.
Well, first curiosity, if you allow me.
Okay.
Have you bought something from Brazil?
Not at the moment, because the Brazilian market is too different to our market, because you have your own style of TV channels and program. It could have been an option before when I was working for the VOD section, but actually I have to be honest, it never happened. But I'm really interested in, it was really, I've been to Globo in Voss and just had a few over there. I had been to Selling to here, so it's pretty interesting how it works, but it's really different.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
This was my second question, but before we enter in this subject, we had historical tradition to export soap operas, and
better than Mexican ones.
Better.
That's your product. Telenovela, Brazilian telenovela. That's like the golden cow.
Yes, yes. But it is. We have 1 or 2 big producers. They control the market prices, and so I think this is a little bit hard to negotiate with. Nowadays, we have different kind of contracts between the main channel, for example, Globo, and their reproducers. Can I call it? So Foz do Iguaçu, it's almost something 100% different. They have their own products, the local products or regional products, because they belongs to RPC. So this is a little bit easier now to negotiate, because you can negotiate with RPC and buy their own local products, but they are local products, maybe not so interesting abroad. And so this is a challenge right now, to decide what kind of Brazilian products is interesting. There's a Paraná product called Plug. It's a girl who travels around Paraná to discover all the curious things about nature and foods and something like that. They had been here to talk about polenta, to the sandwich made with polenta instead of bread.
Same.
So
legal.
This may be something curious because it's exotic. So you can, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here, and what kind of product can you be interested in? But with this, we can ask you how different this kind of products or this kind of programs, you say TV programs, you realize we have here from Austria, from Vienna. How different it is?
It's really different because you're, as I saw it on TV, you're really into the telenovela. That's something that is really like driving the whole channel, you know. It's like all about the telenovela. Then you have the news. That's also really important for you, especially the regional ones. You just have to think about Austria. Austria is pretty small. It's a European country. We try to force ourselves to the European Union. We are forced to speak English because of our size. There's a big cultural difference. And so the program is also different. For us, we have like here the productions are really nice, but when you see when you just compare the pictures, there's a difference. We try to be like Americans, high definition, 4K, you know. Here it's more like the relationship to the end customer, to the viewer, to the people who are at home, is much closer than in Austria. In Austria, it's more about the exclusivity, about the quality, like you have to compare it to the US market and films. I saw that here are a lot of series, American series, like crime series or something like that, over the total day. We are not doing that in Austria. We just have special days where they will present the series, like a crime series. I don't know how you say in Portuguese, but there is like this special
like a marathon.
Yeah. And hospitality series too, like Grey's Anatomy or something like that.
Like
that's
Crime Day, everybody watches.
Yeah, that's something really we just have in the evening, like for prime time, you know.
I think it's similar to the reading, because when you talk, I remembered Italian reading. They divide the color of the books by the theme of by the subject of the story. So giallo, it's crime books. Red, it's romantic books, something like that.
All dividing into different compartments and sections, and everybody knows what to expect.
Yes, so it's almost like reading. You choose a section, you choose a day, and this day it's a subject. It's similar to radio, because radio we have something like that in Brazil. There's all the mornings we have news, but Thursday mornings we have health news. Tuesday mornings we have business news and something like that. So here in television, in Brazilian television, you have all the things in the same day.
It's good to have a structure because people know what to see, what they're looking for.
Yes.
I think that's the way TV works. That's something that changes right now with the online section for myself. We have that too in Austria, like that you have special days where you can watch something. We also have we have about 3 main channels in Austria. The first one is more for the youth audience and with sports and with American series. Then we have the other channel, it's the second channel. It's more for the adults, like for older people with traditional things, with music shows, something like that. And then we have a cultural channel. This channel is more with opera, with medicine, classic, right? Medicine, reputations, documentaries, something like that. So we also have that, and we compare it in channels.
But this is an open channel. It's not cable. It's not signature.
Actually, it's open for Austrians.
Okay.
But it's not. You need a special card to receive it.
Oh, okay.
The SD version is for free. So if you have an antenna or a satellite, then you can get it. But the HD version, you have to buy a special card that you can receive it in Austria, and it's not possible to receive it somewhere else. We have a worldwide channel. It's called ORF2 Europe, but there we are not showing the total program because of licenses.
Okay, yeah.
That's the difference. So if you want to receive it, you really have to be located in Austria. It's, as it is a public television.
I just realized it is almost like we're in the southern part of Paraná, and you choose between Globo Paraná and Globo Santa Catarina. You cannot have this kind of things because of the licenses.
Sure.
Yeah. So maybe we should talk about this notion that the youth nowadays is not into television so much. Maybe. Do you have that perception here too?
Yeah,
you're losing space to social media, like.
Yeah, you told us you have a channel more with youth content, and here in Brazil we don't have this in open television. We don't have. We have some time in the program. We schedule a special time, maybe after lunch, because children come back from school, but nowadays they go straight to streaming, or they go straight to cable TV or any other kind of how does this is working in Austria, and how do you observe this here in Brazil?
I think it's a worldwide problem, or as I would not say problem, but challenge, because the youth is changing, like in the usability of TV and this consumption of TV, because I think we are used to like going home, switching on the TV, we know our program, and we are used to be attached to times. To timetables.
Okay, timetables.
And I think the new generation is about being free. They don't want to follow a timetable because their life is really rushing. And
they're always connected to something.
They are always connected to something. They want to decide. They have the opportunity that they can decide. And that's a big difference, because I think we didn't have that big chance to decide what we want to do when we had been younger. But now it really changed, because you have a lot of impacts. You're always on your phone. You're not used to it, that you do not have a phone, that you're not reachable. So everything changes and everything rushes, and everything happens online. TV is more like we're used to have a TV, and it's still really important. But the thing that changed is the time. You're not following the timetable anymore, and that's why we had to bring up a kids channel at the beginning of this year. It's just for children between 3 to 12 years with an extra program, but we just have it online. Because we know that children are used to watch on tablet or somewhere else. They are not sitting in front of the TV. Because why? Because their parents are sitting in front of the TV because they're used to it. They want to watch the news. So that's like the way why we choose to do it like that. And we also have been forced by the government to do it. And I think it's really great. And there you can see the impact of new times and also of the production. We are starting to do smart production like we are having here. You're just using your mobile phone and do productions, whole program. Like a whole series is just made by mobile phone. It's not that you have to take all the cameras with you. You have a huge team. You just have 2 people.
Yes.
They go somewhere and they're making a documentary about something out of life for young people, you know. And everything is possible. That's something I really love about new times.
Yes.
But you have to realize it's like that's maybe a part of the marketing. I learned you always have to know your audience.
Yes.
And you have to adapt your product to the audience you want to reach. If you want to reach everyone, I think that's the greatest mistake you can make, because to reach everyone is pretty hard. Just think about a government and a party that is elected. You will never reach it, that you will do perfectly for everyone, you know.
Here we say, you're not brigadeiro. Don't try to please everybody.
No, no, and you won't succeed with that, actually. I think it's knowing your audience pretty well is the most successful way to act. Because it's like knowing what you don't want to do, you know, helps you to know what you want to do and helps you to get there where you want to be.
You talked. I'm sorry, Lee.
No, go ahead.
You talked about marketing, using marketing, and you talked about changing the way you deliver products to attempt to this kind of new culture of consumption. TV or audio and video products. It's okay. And how fast, as a public television company, how fast can you adapt to this kind of tricky question?
I hope my boss will never see this interview.
Welcome to our world, isn't it, Lee? It's hard. Okay. You don't have to answer more than this. You have already answered it.
Another thing I've been thinking about is because news, sometimes people think they're biased. You know, they don't trust the news, especially in Brazil. Like, oh, it's coming from this television station, so we don't trust it. So there are many new news channels coming out of the internet.
Yeah.
So we don't have a special regulation for that, unless it causes any trouble, so people cancel it. So doesn't that happen elsewhere in Austria?
Micro-productions, independent micro-productions.
Actually, I just experienced that with these Telegram channels. It's more like the phone media kind of, where you got it pretty tough especially since the pandemic. With news for us, and that I can honestly say because I'm working in that section and I know how my colleagues are working as a journalist. We really try to prevent these things like fake news.
Yes.
And I would say for sure for us an open opinion is pretty important. It's a big law as a public television channel that we have to give every journalist the freedom to research everything by his own, and that he's not like, how should I say, there's no corruption in the journalism, so they are following rules, and it's like if you're a doctor, you're just giving your faith that you will do the best you can for your for the patients, but that's the same for the journalists in Austria, I would say. They are following the rule and they're fighting for the real news, and it's like it's a path for them to go there and really it's kind of a right they have to fight for, that they are free and not attending to someone else's opinion. So
And that's how our youth is getting informed nowadays. Mostly, isn't it?
Yeah. It's mais ou menos, sim. But I think it's hard to, especially the young ones, it's hard that you can reach them with real news. I think that's something you have to work on really hard, because they are not used to the timetable, because news, like the program is following the timetable with news. And actually, I think we found a really nice way over Instagram and TikTok to spread the right news to the youth. But it's a challenge.
Just make it shorter.
Make it short. Yeah, make it shorter. Sure. It's like they just have that much influence, and you have to make it shorter, because they are not. Just have a conversation with a 17-year-old. It's like really hard. Because they're, and I can understand that it's hard, because they are rushed by information the whole day.
Yes.
And they just learned to filter the information which are important for them. That's also why you are doing like customized advertising on Instagram. You know your audience, and you just spread the advertising to the audience you want to reach, because if you're not doing it, it will just blow away and no one will see it and no one will be interested about it. So, and that's the same with the information for young people, and that's why you have to take
care. Do you use this kind of channel, the social media channels, to try to reach more specific publics? In marketing, we call it a long tail.
Yeah, sure.
Long tail.
Clear. Yes, we do. We have to. I think everyone has to do that. Doesn't matter if you're a TV channel or if you're selling cars or whatever. I think that's the challenge.
When you're zapping and you see something you talked about 5 minutes earlier, whoa.
Yeah, that's something I think we're getting used to, but I think it's still really scary. But yeah, that's the way of the new times. So I think we have to arrange with it, and if you want not being part of that, find a big mountain somewhere where no one is living anymore. Even it's better not finding any goat, and you just live there and live your life, because
no, you can't do it anymore, because we have Elon Musk satellites scanning.
Just get into a cave. I think that is always an option, I would say, but it's getting harder.
Yes, the information will reach you.
5 minutos no máximo, cada bateria.
Ah, é? Oh, interesting. So we have battery issues. Vamos começar de novo, então. Let's start. So, do you have any other thing that hits you because of the difference between media here in Brazil and media there in your working environment?
I think it's just the audience that is really different, and that's why everything else is different. It's like if you compare it with Instagram channels, advertising here and advertising in Europe, we are really clear, mostly empty pictures with soft colors. Here everything is just like blushing up. It's really big. It's
Carnival.
Like color. Yeah, but I totally get it, and that's the best example for differences. You see the cultural difference in the advertisement, in the picture of the advertisement, because I totally get it. I know it's perfect for your market. It's clear. It's more. It's not that premium. It's more. You get what you see, and we like to have everything like a little bit snorkel here and glitter over there and clear pictures and make it in elegant. That's the most biggest difference. And the way you make advertisement here, like for shops, like for regional shops, that would never ever work in Austria. Whoa. This is something like maybe a tiny mini channel. Maybe they are on YouTube. They will go to the farmer's house and ask them about the milk production. Ah, desculpa.
Okay.
This scarf is really bad. Desculpa. Ai.
All right.
Desculpa. I won't move.
Don't worry. Another thing we've been thinking about is how does a public institution deal with marketing and advertising? Because here we depend on basically ourselves if we want to do anything. We cannot hire a professional.
No, we have for the channels we have special departments on marketing. The thing is, the difficulty we have is that we are also showing like advertisement on TV, and we are not allowed to manage that by ourselves. That's why we have a daughter company who is managing this for us, because it's about money. We are not allowed to earn money. We have like a 0-point line, so we are like buying and giving money away, and we're receiving money, but at the end it has to be on point 0 because we're public, and we're receiving like public fees from taxes too. So that's something that is really complicated for us. But as you ask about the marketing, actually it works like in every other company too. We have our marketing department, and we have different sections, like some are working for the TV, some are working for social media. So it's a huge department at the end with different departments in itself who will take care about it.
Do you see that in public universities there too? How many public universities are there?
We have about, I don't want to say something wrong, but I think we have about 6 to 10 public universities. We also have like specified universities. They are more like the private ones here, where you have a timetable from 9 to 5. Because the public university works like that. You are having your courses, like on Thursday you will have 4 courses, and Tuesday you may be off, and on Wednesday you start at 9. Then you have a big break, and then you will have a course at 8 in the evening, something like that. It's more on your own, learning on your own.
Interesting.
But for universities, I think it's totally different than for me working in a TV or broadcasting service.
They have a budget and a team for that and all that.
Right, and mostly at the university, it's mostly like that you just can have about 2 or 3 people who will do everything, like the whole marketing.
Yes.
And I think that happens really often, especially also for small companies. Someone is just doing the marketing, and everyone forgets how much work it is, because it's about research, it's about knowledge, it's about analyzing it, it's about making it, it's about putting it online. So it's pretty big, and it's a lot of work, and people always think, it's no work. You just take a picture and you just put it online, and that's it,
No.
And it's not like that.
No.
And that's really hard, especially for the universities, to find someone who is really just doing this job, and mostly it's not like that. And then finding someone who is doing it next to his normal work.
Any more questions?
It's a pity, but no.
Yeah.
I think I could have 30 other questions, 40 other questions, but we don't want to bother you.
No, oh my gosh, no. No way.
We're truly sorry, because we have to respect the public patience. In internet, they are not used to have 1 hour videos, 1 hour. So, unfortunately, we have to get to the thank you, awesomely. Thank you.
Thank you
for being
me.
here. And now, what are the next steps? Or when are you coming back? I mean, going back home and then coming back again?
You mean when I go back home, if I have any plans to come back to Brazil, or okay?
Yeah, let's put it like that.
First of all, I think I have to start to work again, because I had 2 months off. But and I will focus on my work, and we'll see what will wait for me. But for sure, I will come back to Brazil, because I really fell in love with Brazil.
Oh, thank you.
And actually, I love the people. I really love the Brazilians.
Thank
That's
you.
my greatest love I got here. I think the Brazilian people, because they are so open-hearted and welcoming, and that's something I really enjoyed. And as Brazil is really big, there is a lot to experience. So for sure, I'm sure I will come back. I don't know how fast I will have the possibility to come back, but I'm sure in the next 2 to 3 years I will come back.
Nice.
Business travels. Now you have a great excuse to business travels.
Sure, I would just find someone who will send me something, and I will ask someone who can give me the money. But I will try for that. That's a goal.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you once again. Lê, you're always welcome here. Please join me.
Yeah.
Pessoal, maravilha. Espero que vocês tenham gostado do papo, da comparação que a gente fez entre as mídias na Europa, especificamente, né, na Áustria, e como a gente está acostumado a consumir as mídias aqui no Brasil. Peço desculpas pelo inglês, que não é tão, né, redondinho assim, mas eu acredito que as legendas do YouTube devem ter ajudado bastante. E é isso. Any other final words?
Muito obrigada.
That's it.
It was a great pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Ok. Gente, tchau, tchau.
Até mais.
Fechou.
Now, would you say something in German? Talk. I want to hear some German.
Das ist überhaupt kein Problem. Wir können gerne in Deutsch weitersprechen, wenn du möchtest.
Né?
I just say that it's
turn into the German-speaking mode or something? No?
yes. No, it's really different. I recognize it also that like the tone of your voice changes.
Yes.
If you change to the language. My voice is also different when I'm talking in Portuguese. It's different when I'm talking in English, and it's different when I'm talking in German. And it's also different when I'm talking in my dialect. Because when I'm talking, in Austria, it's normal that you have a special dialect. Like I can give you an example. I will say something in like the common German. We're speaking in public. It would be like, schönen guten Abend. Es freut mich, dass wir heute hier zusammensitzen und miteinander reden können. That's the normal German. And in dialect, it would be like, hallo, grüß dich, servus, voll nett, dass wir Sie heute da treffen. Wir haben uns jetzt gesehen, dass wir heute mal ein wenig drüber reden können und ein wenig quatschen können, was wir heute da wollen.
Mudou pouquinho, né?
Muito diferente. But it's the same language. Actually, I said the same, but it's just a dialect.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, you speak that with your mother?
No, with my mom, as this person that I'm well educated. I'm
She's also
just
a teacher.
she's a professor. She's a lawyer and a professor too. Yeah.
Okay, so
It was really important for her that I can communicate in a really well-educated way. So I'm talking with her in normal German. But with my boyfriend and with my friends, I'm really talking bad dialect.
a gente percebe, we listen similar changes here when we go to Rio Grande do Sul. They have a rhythm and a kind of singing tone. Rio de Janeiro, it's from the nose.
It's so different for me. As a foreign, I recognize it really hardly, even in my host family.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm talking with my host father, at least I don't understand anything what he's saying, and it's the same for him when I try to talk in Portuguese. He doesn't understand anything. But he has another dialect like my host mother. So they're like, for me, it's like totally different because they are spelling the words differently.
Yes.
Even they are from here, so it's...
Yeah, we have linguistic varieties. Maybe not dialect so much, but you know, Portuguese from Rio de Janeiro, you can actually see the way the sound of the S is, for example. We call it varieties. But sometimes we have different words.
That's
For the
true.
same thing.
And it's the pronunciation like porta and
Yeah.
It's like and for foreign that's really hard because I learned with a girl from Rio. She was teaching me 8 hours Portuguese because before I came here and I arrived here and I was like,
no, that's not Portuguese.
Yes.
I was like, are you serious, guys? That's not possible.
That's due to a historical fact, the colonization of Brazil.
Yeah.
But here the Portuguese actually is better for me to pronounce. Like I had really hard times with her because like this noisy spelling of words for me it's not working. Like, it's like I'm not used to that. It's like the same when you're talking in German and every Brazilian is telling me like yeah, it's like for me it doesn't sound like that, but for you it is like that, and that's the noisy thing. That is my noisy thing here, I would say.
And you have to go to Recife to laugh a lot about the kind. It's not a dialect. It's a variation because it's not. We don't have a lot of different words in these different parts, but we have much different ways to pronounce it. So in Recife it's very different. In Minas, Minas Gerais,
the whole northeast of Brazil is
it's totally
Very
different.
interesting.
But I think it's not just the language.
No,
I would say it's not just the
culture
language.
is
It's totally
the
different.
people change,
Yeah.
everything changes.
changes. The food, it's a aspect of a country this size. So we have a history, different history in each part of Brazil. Here in Paraná, we have a recent history. In Rio Grande do Sul, we have almost the same age of Brazilian colonization, original Brazilian colonization.
That's why I really like to compare it with Europe, because Europe is also like, you're going to France, you have a different language, you have a different culture. You're going to Spain, you have a different language, you have a different culture. And I think Brazil is mostly like that. You have one language, so it's a bit easier, but it's like Portuguese is like our English that everyone. But even not in France, people are really patriotic. They hate to speak English. It's like
it's like going to Rio de Janeiro. French.
So how do you deal with that?
It's pretty hard actually, because they really hate you when you go there and you're not speaking French. When you start speaking French and try hard, it's no problem. Then we will find out that they know some words in English and they can speak English. But if you go there and ask them something in English, they're not even looking at you. They're just
just
like
Google
pissed off.
Translator or something you can speak. It comes out.
Yeah.
This was awesome. This was awesome. Thank you.
No, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. I really enjoyed it. I hope it helps.
Yes.
How long are you still going to stay?
Till the 11th of September, then I return. Yeah.
You're going to see the parade here?
Yeah, I hope so that I will see the parade. Yeah.
7 de setembro.
Yeah, sim. I think we will go there because we have a big fest afterwards at the house of my house parents.
Oh, great.
Is it summer in there right now?
In Austria?
Yeah.
Yes, we have 36 degrees.
Hey.
Whoa!
Yes.
But no beaches.
No, but Italy is not that far away. Actually, Croatia is also not far that far away. Because I think from Vienna to Croatia to the beach is about 4 hours by drive.